Hey everyone, welcome to day 64. Thanks so much for joining me on the mat today. Today's practice is going to be simple and slow. So we're going to be doing the basics that we normally do, but I'm going to ask you to do them really slowly and really go internal to match the movement with your breath. Oftentimes when we do more difficult exercises or difficult movement patterns within the framework of yoga, sometimes we also tend to hold our breaths or maybe not breathe in as fully and expel out air as fully as well. So for this practice, we're going to work on moving with the breath, almost making it a moving meditation. And at certain points, I'll invite you to even close your eyes as we go through the movement patterns. So come to a seated position on your mat, find your sit bones, and close your eyes as you sit up nice and tall, relaxing your shoulders away from the ears. Softening the face and the neck. And just take a moment to just take stock of what's happening in your body, maybe what's happening in your mind. Start to slowly send your breath to the belly, fully expanding and fully exhaling as you contract. And as you continue to do this nice, easy breath, just keep in mind how your body is feeling and give it a number if you had to rate what your body is feeling. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being pure pain, 10 being pure bliss, and 5 being a neutral. Give it a number and see how you feel at this very moment. Take one more slow round of breath in and out. And then you can either keep your eyes closed or gently flutter them open. We're going to start to stretch at the neck here. So take your left ear and bring it to your left shoulder, trying not to do the opposite. So what I mean by that is bringing your shoulder up to your ear. You want to leave your shoulder down, your ear to the shoulder. And then take your right hand, bring it onto the floor, and then tiptoe your fingers away from you until you feel a little bit of more length through the entire right side of the body and the neck. So some of you might feel it with the elbow slightly bent. Some of you might feel it with your arm fully stretched out, the very edges of your fingers. But since this is a simple and slow practice, we're trying not to go into any ranges or feel any discomfort. So whatever you're doing and whatever range you're in should feel comfortable. And then slowly bring your head back up, slide your hand back, bring it onto your knee. And then take the right ear to your right shoulder. And then take your left hand onto the floor and start to tiptoe your fingers out until you feel a nice length in the left side of your neck. Continue with the same breathing. Closing your eyes, maybe going more internal. And then slowly, as you slide your head back up, slide your hand back in. Take both your hands onto your knees next. And all you're going to do is make big circles with your torso. So I'm using my hands on my knees to help me kind of push and pull. Just making a big circle here. I'm stirring a pot. And let's match this with our breath. So as you come forward, closer towards your lower legs, take a breath in. As you scoop your belly back, breathe out. Now go ahead and reverse your direction wherever you are. This should feel really good to help warm up and move the spine. You may also feel it in your hips. Moving with your breath. Again, feel free to close your eyes. Sometimes when you take away one of your senses, the other ones start to feel a little bit more alive. And then come back to a neutral spine here. Swing your legs to one side, and then come onto your hands and knees, where we will continue with the spinal warm-up. Spreading your fingers nice and wide. Get your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under the hips. And we go into a few cat-cows. So drag your chest forward as you pull your hands back towards your knees. And then tuck the toes, gently gaze up. On your exhale, round the spine. Untuck the toes, push the floor away from you. And again, coming up, inhale. And exhale, push the floor away. Again, you can close your eyes here. Moving with your breath. Seeing if you can go super slow. So taking your time to inhale fully and matching that with your movement. And then slowly come back into a neutral spine. Bring your knees a little wider. Sit your hips back. And then bring your hands forward over your head. Sit back in child's pose. Forehead rests on the floor. couple of long, deep belly breaths. And then slowly come back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Without pedaling out the feet here, staying still, you can keep your knees soft, pushing the floor away. Again, taking a few breaths here. Slowly lower to your knees. This time without lowering down, lift your entire torso up. Bring the arms up. You can look up gently. Bringing the hands down. Untuck the toes, child's pose. Inhale, coming back up into your downward facing dog. Exhale onto your knees. Inhale, lift up. So we're just going to flow through this. Exhale, lower, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come down. Bringing the arms up. Exhale, lower. Sit back, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lower the knees. Lift up. Exhale, lower the hands. Sit back. So as you get this rhythm, you can choose to close your eyes because essentially you're on the floor. You're not going anywhere where you're going to fall down. We're just moving with the breath. And if you forget when you're supposed to inhale and when you're supposed to exhale, all good. Just make sure you're breathing. And if you skip a step or you forget, if you close your eyes, just keep going. We're just trying to create just a slow flow here. And then whenever you come back into your child's pose, just stay there. Slowly come back up onto all fours. Swing your legs to one side and sit on the opposite hip. So whatever your side your legs are on the side of, might not be exactly like mine, that's fine. So if my legs are on my left side, my right arm is going to come up, and vice versa for you. So I'm taking my right arm up, and then I'm slowly bending my elbow and making a nice C shape with the right side of my body. Breathing. And slowly lower the arm. Swinging your legs to the opposite side. Now my legs are on the right side, so my left arm is going to come up. And then I'm bending my elbow and still keeping active with my fingers to make a nice C shape with the other side. And breathing. And then slowly come out of it and come back into your seated position, finding your sit bones, growing tall, hands on your knees. And again, we're going to close our eyes and just take notice how we did before. Always doing an pre and post assessment of the quality of how we feel in our physical body and our mental body, because both are interrelated. And on that same sliding scale of 0 to 10, notice if there was a shift in your number, how your body's feeling. Taking one more round of breath here. Bring your hands together at the center of your chest. Bow your head down towards yourself and towards this practice. Namaste. Slowly open up your eyes. So thanks so much for joining me. And remember, you can continue to do any of these short sequences on your own at home. Do the things that you know, the things that feel good, the things that give you some space in your physical body, and is also calming for your mind. So it doesn't have to be intense or long. It can be short, small bouts that give you a little bit of joy. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.